Now, Toronto rents are through the roof right now. It's the highest we've ever seen it. But there still are some landlords that aren't able to pay for the mortgage. Why? Because interest rates are up. So, what's an option where you're still going to be able to own a condo downtown, be able to be cash flowing every single month, and winning as an investor? I'm Bawanka with the Compass team. Let's talk about Airbnbs. Now, Airbnb, there was a time Airbnb was booming. There were so many people, different people that were doing it. But what they've done now is they've cracked down and they've made a whole lot of rules. So there's only certain buildings that are going to allow you to do an Airbnb in them. Some of those are going to be some of the Fort York buildings, 215, 209, 211 Fort York. The Ice Boat buildings, so Ice Boat Terrace, 15 and 21 Ice Boat Terrace. What else we got? We got 500 Front Street and some of my favorite 300 Front Street. That's one of my favorite buildings for Airbnb. 55 and 65 Bremer. That's another one of my favorite buildings for Airbnb. Now, let's talk about money because that's usually what's one of the most important things. Now, with Airbnb, I told you they have a lot more rules. So, what you're able to do now, you have to register with the city, you have to register with Airbnb, and you're only allowed to have one. Sometimes people are able to somehow finesse and get more than one, but you're not going to be able to get very many. Now, because you're just getting one and because they've put all these rules in, there's not as many Airbnbs that are going to be available now. So you're really competing against hotels, and that's drove the price of Airbnbs and hotels in the city of Toronto higher. Again, Toronto has been a top 5 city for the last 5 years in a row. This is a place where people are always coming to visit. So almost always you're gonna be able to rent it out often. The vacancy level is gonna be very low. One thing that's important to keep in mind is for 6 months of the year, you have to do short-term rentals, anything 1 month or longer. Now, there's a company that we work with. It's called Guestable, and what they're able to do, they're able to put you in touch with tenants who want to stay for 1 month. Now, in your warmer months, that's going to be April, May, June, July, August, September, when people are traveling. Those months, that's really where you're going to be making the majority of your money. That's where you want short-term tenants coming in and coming out. And again, this probably sounds like a lot that you're going to have to do, but the company that we work with, Guestable, they're going to be able to kind of help you and guide you through the process. They'll basically do everything for you, so it becomes very hands-off. They are going to be taking a percentage of it, but even after they take their percentage, you pay all your expenses, you pay for your mortgage, you're still going to be making money. So that's one of the best things about it is you're buying this home, it's going to be appreciating. You're also going to be cash flowing, which is very hard to do in a city like Toronto if you're buying now with interest rates how they are. But it's something that you're not going to have to be putting money into every single month, which makes things a lot easier for you. And that's something that's very important to think about when you are an investor. Now, so like I said, there are different rules. There's probably some more that I didn't touch on. If you do want to find out more about the rules, find out more about the different buildings and the different options, always feel free to reach out. Let me know. You can click the link underneath and set up a time to meet. But you're able to find places starting at 600,000, maybe even a little bit less than that, you're going to be able to rent them out pretty much right away. But there are some startup fees that you're going to have to think about. So I'm Bawanka with the Compass team. I hope this helped. If it did, feel free to share it with anyone. And if not, I'll see you on the next video.